where the Bill Wendell Scholarship Program has awarded over $28,000 to deserving high school students with really deep voices. It's Late Night with a man whose terrible cold didn't prevent him from sleeping in the bushes of the A&P last night, David Letterman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Please, please vote for me in November, won't you? I thought this was kind of interesting. According to the New York Times today, George Bush, our president-elect, has now decided on his White House chief of staff. It will be Governor John H. Sununu of New Hampshire. Governor John H. Sununu of New Hampshire. He will become the first president in White House history whose name sounds like part of a knock-knock joke. First White House official in history. First, not the first president, first White House official. Ah. I've been out here less than a minute, and I've screwed up the first joke. He will become the first White House official in history to be part of a knock-knock joke. Oh, never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now evidence that we're very close to the end of civilization.
Why?
Phil Donahue did his show the other day dressed in a skirt. Not only a skirt, a blouse, and a sweater. Phil Donahue, a married man, a grown man, an adult, at his own television show for nearly 20 years, dressed as a woman. Oddly enough, the topic of the show was the federal deficit. So we don't know... Sununu, ladies and gentlemen, to be part of a knock-knock joke. Stop it! Continental Airlines announced that they're raising their fares on 2/3 of their domestic flights. A Continental spokesman, however, said, good news, the increase in fare will have no effect on the same lousy service you've come accustomed to. Continental employees, is that what it is? Oh, this is staggering. I hate to bring this bad news to you, but the canned food industry has been jolted. Paul, they've been jolted, the canned food industry.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
oh, my
jolted
goodness.
by a major scandal yesterday in a simple ceremony in Oregon. Dinty Moore married his 13-year-old cousin. It's true. It's absolutely true. And you can see how an announcement like that would jolt the canned food industry. Ladies and Who told him? Who told him? And he looked at me and he said, you know, Dave, it's good to be young and go very, very fast.
Here, let's try something.
What?
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, who's there?
Sununu.
Sununu who?
See?
See.
He does sound like a knock, knock.
Oh, brother, I'm exhausted. I was up watching Winds of Remembrance last night. Winds, look out, there it is. This is the big blockbuster on ABC. It cost them $160 billion. Winds of Remembrance. Did you see it last night, Paul?
I missed last night's
Unbelievable.
episode.
Ally McGraw and Larry Hagman were driving the atomic bomb cross country. They had been snooping around out there in New Mexico, the Manhattan Project, and they loaded it up into her station wagon and were driving it to Washington.
Wow. What episode was that?
What episode was that? Episode number 3. And it runs...
Number 2 of 78 episodes.
Runs now through Labor Day.
Yeah.
Winds of Remembrance, ladies and gentlemen. Over there on ABC. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. I may not even tell you what I'm annoyed about because I've whined about this for months and months and months now. Paul, you know it takes me a long time to get to work.
Absolutely does. Well, you live out in Connecticut. Was I not supposed to say that? Everybody knows.
Tell everybody.
Everyone.
Why not give them the address?
Well, I don't know they do. Everybody knows you live, but anyway.
Everybody knows, and they're parking their RVs in the yard now, too. But so now, and you would expect when you live in a different state from the state you work in, you would expect naturally a certain amount of commute time. But today, a portion, a certain leg of the commute, guess what it took? From the West Side Highway to 7th Avenue. Now, that's like 6 blocks.
Oh, just to get those 6 blocks off the highway over to 7th Avenue? I don't know. How long did it take?
So take a guess.
I bet you it took a half an hour.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to. It should take 5 minutes.
Look at my stuff before the show. No, I did. It took a half an hour, and it is so maddening. The traffic is just clogged, and it'll only get worse. We're right in the middle of autumn, ladies and gentlemen, and if you haven't been able to enjoy the lovely foliage, here's a little of what it looks like. I think we had some buckshot in that one. Let's do our top 10 list tonight. We got a great show. It's a really good show. Did I mention who's on? Mel Gibson. Danny Sullivan. Top 10 signs that people are getting dumber.
Okay.
Here we go. Number 10. Detailed instructions now provided with all new socks. Number 9, Cher cologne. Boy, that's a certain tip-off if I ever... Number 8, Nobel Prize for Literature given to guy who first hyphenated oat bran. Number 7, Quail Mania. Number 7, Quail Mania. Number 6, Japanese successfully marketing a TV set that's just a cardboard box with a picture of Fess Parker inside. Number 5, Disney gave me lots of money for movies I have no intention of making. Number 4. Yep, the old hold-up. Number 3, people will applaud even when no joke has been made. Presidential seal now reads, I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler. And the number 1 sign that people are getting dumber, I'm still on the air. You know, Paul, it's so true, isn't it? It's good to be young and go very, very fast.
Very fast.
Recently, ladies and gentlemen, our show was broadcast for the first time on ATN. That's the first NBC affiliate in the land of Australia. Now, with that in mind and the fact that Mel Gibson is on our program tonight, our own piece-through dramatization players thought this would be the perfect time to salute Australia with a little play they call Wool and Wombats, The Wonder Down Under. Kids?
Welcome back to ESPN's lighter side of Australian rules football. Check out this scene where Brisbane's Ken Nagle catches the ball right off his head.
He's been knocked unconscious. How funny. Oh, and I see here that Crocodile Dundee 2 is coming to cable this spring. Yes, we certainly can thank our friends, the Australians, for a lot of pleasant memories.
Australia. What's the big deal about crummy Australia?
Oh, Tommy, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do. In fact, I wish there was no Australia.
Hi, Tuffy. Hi, Tuffy. How you doing, buddy? Okay. Sorry about the spade job. All right.
Wow! Late-night talk show host, David Letterman.
Hi, kids. How is everybody? You know, I was just in the trailer park here promoting Kirstie Alley's February 23rd, 1989 appearance on her show, and I couldn't help but overhear. Now, Jimmy or Timmy or Billy or whatever your name happens to be this time, is it true you really wish there was no Australia?
Well, sure. Australia's nothing but a bunch of drunken boobs singing Waltzing Matilda.
Oh, well, now, no. Australia is the world's leading producer of wool, and without Australia, you wouldn't be wearing this lovely wool sweater.
Well, good. It looks stupid, and it's very hot and uncomfortable.
I see I'm going to have to take another run at this. What was the most exciting moment of the 1972 Country Music Awards show?
Oh, that's easy. Olivia Newton-John being named Most Promising Newcomer.
Well, right, there you go. Now, Olivia Newton-John, she is Australian, and if there was no Australia, the award would have probably gone to the Hager brothers.
Oh, how empty life would be.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
get the point, Dave. Because of our Australian friends, every day is a good day.
Timmy, don't you mean Good die.
That's very, very cute. That was great. Nice job. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much. You know, thank you. Excuse me a second. You guys have been together for years and years. I think this was one of your finer efforts. And by the way, whose idea was it to have the giant hot dog in the little troupe? I thought that was brilliant.
We didn't ask him to join.
Huh?
We thought it was your idea.
No, it's not my idea. I have nothing to do with this. No, it wasn't. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, get it. Timmy, get it. Timmy. Tuffy. Is it Tuffy or Timmy?
Nice work, Tuffy. We've been after this one for quite some time.
Tuffy. Well, the dog's name was Tuffy. I inadvertently called the dog Timmy. Ah. I hope that did not detract from your overall enjoyment of the presentation. I made a mistake. I called him Timmy. Called him Timmy 2 or 3 times.
Actually, Tuffy.
Actually, his name was Tuffy. What's the confusion now? We have a very important movie star about to come out, and what's the problem? What is it, Al? You have to give me a cup?
Sorry.
You have to give me a cup. Is there something in the cup?
Empty.
Empty. Oh, thank you very much. to go with the other 2 empty cups, I guess. So now we... What about the salad plates? Bring out the salad plates.
That's fine.
Okay. Called him Timmy. I called the dog Timmy. The dog's name is actually, of course, see, Tuffy. Our first. Ask you a couple of questions because I was confused. I was under the impression you were an Australian, but you were actually born in the United States and
New York. I was
yeah,
born in New York.
Finish the story. How old were you when you moved?
12.
Yeah.
Boy.
Where about in New York?
Peekskill.
Yeah. And what were the circumstances surrounding your move to Australia?
My father had hurt himself, industrial accident at work, and he was partially, he decided to go off and explore the land of his mother.
Uh-huh. His mom was from Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he uproots the family and takes everybody down there. Was that traumatic for you at 12 years old?
Not really. It was fun. It was scary on one hand, but it was a boy's own adventure on the other.
Yeah. What city did you move to?
Sydney.
Yeah. And you lived there then the rest of your life so far.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about moving back to the United States?
Well, I've been here for, I mean, it's pretty tough to commute when you have to work here, so I like to stay in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Stay there 6 months at a shot.
Yeah. Oh, so about half and half then.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you go to Los Angeles, are you comfortable with things there? I mean, it's driving around on the freeways troubling you. Do they have freeways like that in Australia?
Well, I've had some trouble on the freeway, but hey, I've been saved by other celebrities, you know. It actually happened to me one time.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I was saved by Michael Nesmith one time.
Really?
Yeah. In an out-of-the-way town.
He's just sitting by the phone at home waiting for emergency calls and then...
I guess so. No, I didn't actually send out the cry for help, but it must have been the vibe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And where were you going and how did you get lost?
I was going to Santa Barbara and I had the wrong directions.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up out in the middle of, I don't know where it was, somewhere in the boonies. There were oil wells pumping and there were dogs with no legs and tumbleweeds and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So there I was, trying to use a public lavatory for my 2 young sons, twins, and I had them in there and there were no lights. And it was kind of like the black hole of Calcutta. It was kind of feel your way around in the dark, which is always an adventure in a toilet.
Yeah. And?
Well, I pulled back up to the Bowser because I needed some petrol or gasoline, I guess you call it.
Pulled back up to the Bowser?
The Bowser, you know, the thing that the gas comes out of. You stick it in the car and it fills up and...
Nozzle, I think.
Nozzle.
Nozzle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nozzle.
Okay. Nozzle. Put the nozzle in. And
Bowser was the name of the stuffed dog in that thing we did earlier.
I thought it was Timmy.
See, that's my fault. I confused everyone. Oh. So anyway, you're back at the Bowser.
Yep, and all of a sudden, a tall, lean figure with a Montana kind of accent, I think he's from around there someplace, said, "Hey, you're Mel Gibson, aren't you?" Like that. And I said, "Well, yes, because I am." And he directed me.
Yeah.
He led me out like Moses, you know. Let my people go. He took me out, and he put me on the right road back to Santa Barbara. Then he just waved a goodbye. He didn't want your thanks or anything.
Yeah. Did you know that it was Mike Nesmith?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he didn't interview. Did you then have a chat about, I'm Mike Nesmith, and I used to be a monkey, and
all that sort of stuff. Yeah, he missed an evolutionary link.
How big a family do you have?
Well, there's 5 children. Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are? You're not a very old man at all.
No, 32.
32. That's a lot of kids for.
32.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you from a big family?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes, 10 brothers and sisters, and it was that's fun. That's kind of fun. There's always people around, and I had a lot of brothers. It's good and bad. I mean, I had 2 younger, but they were a year younger than me, the twins, and they were like the twins from hell. And they were sort of born killing machines, and I used to have differences with them. I mean, they used to try and kill each other, but when it came to me, they'd somehow, no matter what, forget their differences and lie. Yeah. But I used to find...
Are you the only one who's pursued acting in the family?
I got a younger brother who likes to dabble in it a bit, but I think he's a better writer.
Yeah. We have to do a... Road Warrior movies?
No, I think we put that guy to bed.
3 of them, right?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Yeah. Which was the favorite for you?
The middle one was. I think it was the purest, and it was the most fun to watch.
Yeah. The last one we saw was with Tina Turner, right?
Yeah.
And the first one was...
a long time ago.
Yeah. And the one you're doing now, Tequila Sunrise, what is that?
That's an interesting kind of story. It's about a drug dealer, a policeman, a pretty girl, and a situation.
Sounds like a movie. Sounds like a real movie. Yeah. And you're also going to, there may be one about automobile racing. Did you meet Danny Sullivan?
I did. Yeah, we talked about that. I don't know. It might happen, it might not.
Did he happen to say to you, it's good to be young and go very, very fast?
He didn't say that, but he did say to me, or I said to him, that I had a deal with a film company, but and they gave me lots of money, but I wasn't going to actually do the film.
Good for you. Yeah. Good for you.
That's a good way to operate.
Now, you mentioned to me that you may or may not be able to do for us a magic trick.
Well, it depends on if you want to see it. I mean, it could fail.
No, we do want to see it. We want to see it.
Well, if you want to see, I've got 2, actually. I mean, do you want to see the leg one or the sugar one?
Let's see whatever you want to see.
Okay. All right, now, here is a
packet of sugar.
I think that's the right one.
It certainly seems to be sugar.
Now, what I want you to do is to open...
How many calories in a packet of sugar? Do you have any idea? 16, that's
I'll go
right.
with that.
It says 16 right here on the packet.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't read it.
Yeah.
I don't use it. Anyway, you open up the envelope.
All right.
And now what I want you to do, David, is to pour that sugar into my hand. All right? Are you ready?
Just pour it in there?
That's right.
All right. Just about 16 calories.
All right.
Wow.
Which one do you want it to come back in?
Now it'll come back? Hey. Pretty good.
I learned that from a guy called Jason the Uncanny. Jason the Uncanny.
Now, that's pretty good. Now, I guess I can't ask you how you did this, but it obviously went somewhere for a few minutes and then came back. How did I get this job?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right, now, do you want to try the other one since this one went so well or not?
Oh, well, hell, why not? I mean, this one is... need a little assistance. I'll need a little assistance here. You like that T-shirt? It's wild, isn't it?
What does that say on the back of it?
Oh, I don't know.
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. What does that mean? This is a good one. I'll just... the band can assist if they want, but I mean, it's basically kind of, you know... Yeah, you know, that stuff. Okay?
Very impressive. So, where are you off to now? You in the United States for a while or back to Australia?
I'm going to stick around for a while. I have to do a sequel.
Oh, a sequel to
Lethal...
sequel to Lethal
yeah.
Weapon. See, I'm waging a campaign to stamp out sequels, but nonetheless, I hope this is a big success for you.
Me too.
And then the other one, Tequila Sunrise, opens very soon.
December 2nd.
Yeah. Good.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. Okay. Can I ask you this?
That's Tom. Tom Selleck. You know, last week, ladies and gentlemen, I had a terrible, oh, geez, it just gives me the shudders to recall this. I had a terrible head cold. And by the way, thanks for all the cards and letters. Nobody. Anyway, after this terrible cold and sore throat lingered for about a week, I decided to pay a visit to an ear, nose, and throat specialist at New York Hospital. Join us now, won't you, for a few minutes of rare medical insight. Okay, Dr. Schley, I'll be with you in a second here. Let me just finish filling out the form. Good. Anthrax. Now, is that with an X or CKS? Anthrax. You know?
With an A. A-N.
Just a little joke. All right, I'll tell you what the problem is. For the last week, I've had this white, hot, burning, very unpleasant sore throat. And I'm losing my voice now. And my head, well, frankly, between you and me, since you're a doctor, I can talk to you this way, it feels like my head wants a bus opened.
I tell you, if you'll uncross your legs and put your feet on...
See, that's the other symptom. I can't uncross my legs. I can't stop. Let me wear one of those during the examination. Do you have a spare one? I'll do that again. Jesus! What are you doing? Oh, my God!
Let me take a look at you.
Here, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
After you check my throat like that, pull out the stick and say, "Ooh, you're a quart low." It'll be a lot of fun.
All right, good. So just open your mouth for me now. Good. And say, ah.
Ah.
Very good.
Ah.
Good. Once again.
Ah.
Mr. Letterman, looks like you're about a quart low.
That's great. Nicely done.
Okay, good. I'm going to wash your nose with a little salt water now.
Well, how do you work that? Just like that?
Yeah. Now, put your thumb on the back. Out it comes.
Oh, that's not bad. I can live with that. Yeah, we're going to do the living room pink. And then when we get to the bedroom, it's going to be a kind of an opera.
This is a fiber optic light source. You can see the light comes out of the end of it like that. Yeah. Just going to have a look in your nose with that. That's good.
Beautiful. Boy, you are nuts. He got the inside of my nose, and he actually said, "That's beautiful." Well, your family must be terribly disappointed. Okay.
Now say E.
Say what?
E. E.
I'm not going to say that. All right, take it out of there.
Good. Good.
Good. Jeez. Woo! You wash these things periodically, don't you?
Well, Mr. Letterman, I can see the back of your throat. It is inflamed back there.
Well, I kind of suggested that when I walked in here.
Yeah. You know, we might take a throat culture and see if you have any bacteria.
Okay, all right, let's take the throat culture.
Say, That's good. I can get a good look down in your ear now. Mm-hmm. And using the microscope, I can see your ear now. Mm-hmm. Fine. Good. Your ear canal's nice and clear on that side. Don't mention that. It's probably just a cold, but you might have a strep as well.
Yeah. Malaria? Maybe not malaria?
Doesn't look like malaria.
Could I have a couple of Q-tips? I'm sort of low at home. And maybe a few more, actually. Just, can you spare a fistful? That's great. Thank you very much. That's perfect. And some of those sticks, because I like to make my own popsicles at home, you know, where you freeze up the Kool-Aid. That's great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You got it.
Thank you. Okay, that's terrific.